Yep, my mic was muted. Thank you. Fuck me, man. When did I mute that? Anyway, I was just going over how we got here and stuff, so now we will get things going. I'm not going to repeat what I said because I'm lazy. But thank you. I don't know when I even clicked that button, man. Alright, we're good now. Okay, let's get the show on the road. We got hopefully more simming to do today. Let's get it happening. Music turned on. Get it to the proper speed. Oh, Philip Maldonado has left the game with an injury immediately. Shortstop for the Reds. Uh-oh. Surveys. First fucking thing of the game. First play of the game. Oh, no. Oh, well, maybe the Reds' run might come to an end early. Philip Maldonado. Not too hot with the bat, but a big defensive piece. Now down the drain for the rest of the playoffs for the Reds. Again, for going forward, we'll start at 40 speed and slow down as we get closer to the end, unless all the games are blowouts. Hopefully they aren't. Castillo with a 2-run jack puts the White Sox on the board. Two teams that haven't played in like almost a week. Jason Ball singles in Lairs. Bases loaded for Portland here in the bottom of the first. Oh, they only get one though. WC Mosher hits a solo home run. Getting Chicago on the board. White Sox add more. Jesse Wynn with a double scores the trade deadline pickup McIver. 3-0. Parker Egan hits a solo bolo. A 2-0. Oh, I thought you said you got McIver at the deadline. My bad. One out for Cincy here in the bottom of the third. Uh-oh. I am dangerously unnapped, but be prepped. Prepped to sim, baby. There's WC Mosher again, doubling in Santos. 2-0 for Texas. There's the rookie Galvez. Gets himself an RBI. Still 2 on and nobody out here for Texas in the top of the fourth. Builder's Choice makes runners in the corners, but with 2 down, they cannot convert anymore, so... Colorado gets a run on the board. Liam Wallum singles in Majerus. Ichabod Majerus. 2 runners aboard for Portland. Nobody down. Memphis strikes as well. Mariano Guerrero doubles in Wolf. It's 3-1. Marvin McFarland doubles in Bando. Still nobody out with second and third. Prescott Britton gets Arizona on the board. Ezekiel Lairs. Sack fly. Fun for the Hops. Bottom of the fifth, 2 on, nobody out for Cincy, the only team yet to score today. Oh, yep. Rain delay in Memphis. Oh boy. Yikes. On the corners, and Liam Wallum strikes again. 3-2. Bases loaded now after Martinez gets by a pitch. With 2 down, Tritt comes into the game and gets out of the jam. Second and third, nobody out here for the Cubs. as they are slowly just chipping away. 4-0. I missed the gamble here. I missed Arizona getting on the board. Oh no, that was a Britain home run, but it's 5-1. Holy shit, Texas just going apeshit. White Sox as well. It's 6-0 Texas, 6-1 for the White Sox. That's absolutely coming back around after the rain delay. Uh-oh, I can't stop yawning. We're in trouble. Iker Mesa hits a solo home run in the top of the 7th for Colorado. Natty still hasn't scored. Had the 6 base hits and quite a few runners today, but can't put one across. 7-1 now for the Cubs. Randolph Kistner, a solo shot in the 7th. Puts a little more spread for Portland, gives them 2-run advantage. Now Memphis slowly climbing back. Michael Cobian and Guerrero. It's a 9th inning home run. Oh, back-to-back jacks in the 9th for Arizona. They're within 4 all of a sudden, making it look a little more respectable, but be a tall task here. It is a final. Chicago takes game 1, 7-3. Bottom of the 9th, Cincy trailing by 6. 2 on, 2 out for Colorado. It's Mitch Carson, the longtime Rocky. Can't get the job done. Bottom of the 8th, last chance for Portland to add insurance. Cincy down to their last out, and they get shut out at home in game number 1 after losing their shortstop in the first play of the game. I don't think any of those things are good. Takes game 1 on the road. Jason Ball singles in a run. That's some insurance. Making it 6-3 for Portland now. Down to the final out. Go on for Memphis. The tying run comes to the plate, and Turnell way gets the job done. 6-4, second and third, still 2 down. He wins, strikes out. Final in Portland. They take game 1. Yeah, I really wish they would change the bullpen. Just like make it a hierarchy system, right? Like put this guy in, put this guy as your first reliever if the game is within 2 runs, right? Then the next guy, put this guy in second if the game was within 4, blah blah blah. You could just set a hierarchy system. That's how I would do it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, we've been dealing with it for what? At least fucking 40, 50 seasons since I've been here, so I don't think it's ever gonna get fixed. Chicago does add 2 insurance runs in the top of the 9th. 8-4. Memphis does have a runner aboard, but giving up those 2 runs in the 9th really is gonna spell doom here. May not even matter. Excuse me. Ethan Wolf walks. Michael Cobian. Tying runs on deck, so here comes Biggs for the save. gets it. Joey Russell, Christian Castillo, and Theodore Green. Players of the day. Ballesteros picks up his 5th save. He has saved every Portland win. By the way, that's pretty crazy. Biggs also has 4 saves now too. Hasn't given up a run in the postseason yet. Alright, let's get to game 2. Listen to that right now, Chief. He's on his kick. He's on his AI song kick. Alright, game number 2. That's some big names in here. Wait, Sodoma's only a 55 by OSA? Good. Oh, I see a Jonathan Pickle. Alright, let's get cooking. Game number 2's. I will probably forget to look at it, to be honest with you. Okay, here we go. Quixote with a solo shot to lead off the game. That is trailed, I think, every inning. I think Texas scored in the last game. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the second, but it was really early. We have a 1-out triple that scores Castillo, and then McIver grounds out, but that does score the triple from Yaros. White Sox strike first again, and I know they scored in the first inning last game, so they have led every inning of this series so far. Oh shit, yeah. I keep fucking forgetting to do that. Sorry, buddy. Yes. He's not watching, obviously, so. Cincinnati's on the board. First and second with nobody out as well, too, for Texas, though. Here goes Hugo Santos with a single that scores another one. And W.C. Mosher, sac fly, scored Quixote. 3-1 for Texas. Wow. White Sox come up with 2 more runs, 5-0 immediately on 9 hits. The offense is rolling after the rest. Fortunately, the same can't be said for Memphis. They are floundering. Portland adds another one. Oh, wow. Arizona now explodes. Castillo nicely, and Lehman with a triple, double, and a single. Oh, baby. Almost a reverse cycle. Paul Ramsey with a 2-run jack does get Memphis on the board. 5-2. So far, 3 road teams sitting out here with Portland. Their game at home. Oh, there goes the no-hitter. Pickle had pitched 5 no-hit innings, but is broken up in the 6th. Now they have runners on first and second. And they do get a run. Javon Walker singles in. That's Stanton Rosenberg, I think. They're on the board. Cincinnati ties the game. Luke Dolezal with a single, and Kyle Sessions goes in Harden. 3-2 Runs on 5 hits for each team. Of course, Texas immediately lets me down. Every game in the top of the 7th, too. They're like in sync. This is wild. Bases loaded for Texas, though. But 2 down. No, sir. W.C. Mosher having a hell of a game and a hell of a series so far. Here's those bases. It's 6-3 for Texas. Runners on the corners. Nobody out for Memphis. A sac fly scores 1. Oh, that's all they're going to get, too. Wow. Guess we should slow it down. We are into the 8th here. Every game. Runners on the corners for Colorado with nobody down. After a Bielefeld single, Lynn into the game. Oh my god, a fielder's choice! But then a 3-run jack, the runner thrown out at home. But a 3-run jack by Theodore Holtree. Who? The 25-year-old, looks like a platoon guy, puts his team ahead in the postseason. Maybe steal a game away. 2nd and 3rd with 1 away for Texas to break it open. Tying run at the plate for Memphis and Ethan Wolf, but with 2 away. Oh my god, a wild pitch makes it 7-3 for Texas. Oh, excuse me. Ethan Wolf does the job. Memphis has come all the way back from 5-0 to get within 1 run. 1 run at a time. Well, that's not true. Paul Ramsey hit a 2-run jack in the 5th. Top of the 9th. They've got to hold serve here. Otherwise, they're going to lose both games at home. That's the 1 seed Memphis 100-game winner. Only team in the sky to win 100 games, and they had to go 6-0 in the last week of the season to do it. Jeez, it's a bloodbath in Arizona, 11-0. White Sox have an insurance run on 3rd, but they don't get it home with 2 away. So here we go. Biggs looking for his 5th save. Top of the 9th, Colorado's last chance to add insurance. They got 1st and 2nd, but an inning-ending double play by Bielefeld. Go to the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 2. That's Mike Watford pitching, by the way. Holy shit. Bottom of the 9th, first out. Whoa, Biggs is taken out of the game for Braille. Why? Why? Maybe stamina? What the fuck? He walks. Guerrero, single to Turnell. Oh my god, why did you take the closer out? And now it's 2nd and 3rd, only 1 away. Why did they take Briggs out? He didn't get hurt. Oh my god, now they go to Chavez. Did you get Marcelin striking out looking? And he gives it up to Schulman. What a way to lose the game, dog. Oh my god. Oh, mamma mia. It's a final everywhere. 8-4 Texas. They win both games on the road. Arizona splits a series in Chicago, 13-zip. Memphis comes from behind to split their series at home. Colorado sneaks 1 away to also split their series on the road. What a disgusting way to lose game. They're up 5-0, the White Sox. 5-zip. Quixote Cooper and Britton, your players of the game. Yo, why did they take... What is Biggs... Like, why did they take him out, man? I don't get it. Let's see if his stamina is like 0 or something, right? Maybe he just literally ran out of gas. I gotta see. I gotta know, because that's fucking so wild to just take your closer out of the game randomly. Like it was scripted or some shit. He's got 38%! I haven't gone to the next day yet. Oh, pitch counts. Oh, no. AJ, oh, no! Well, let's see. did pitch 18 pitches. So if he has an 18 pitch count, then yeah, he got pulled on the hard pitch count. Oof. I mean, I can just go like this and see. I just didn't want to know if he... Strategery. Yep, he has an 18 pitch count. Oh no. Well, I hate to be that guy, but congratulations, you played yourself? Ouch. Alright, let's get the game number 3s. And ogle the starters. I gotta take a leak, but I'm gonna start the games first. I'm sure there'll be an immediate injury I'll have to go back and look for. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, of course, of course. I knew it. Alright, let's catch up where we are. Arizona's up 2-0 on maybe back-to-back jacks? Texas continues to blast. WC Mosher is going nuts. Troy Skinner and Trevor Lowry. Cincy on the board with a Dolezal sack fly. And Portland with a bases clearing triple from Kistner, but we do have an injury in the first inning. I knew we would. To Loxley Sears. The starter for... Oh no, the starter for the Cubs. No, not like this. Not again. Oh my God. Welp. Calf strain means 3 weeks means his playoffs are over. Brutal, dude. Yikes. Riley Rayleigh. Another sack fly for Cincy. Bases loaded for Colorado with nobody out. Poultry hits into a fielder's choice. That scores 1. Oh, Wallum strikes out swinging. That brings up Walt Liniger. Walks the bases back loaded for Mitch Carson. A wild pitch scores 1. And then he singles in 2 and another single. It's 5-3. Oh my God. Portland scores 3. Colorado answers back with 5 runs. Yikers. Since he's slowly climbing back, Sessions singles, making it a 1-run game. Second and third, only 1 away here for the White Sox. Fielder's choice makes it the corners with 2 down. Walking the bases loaded. Nothing Can do. William Nicely with a solo bolo makes it 3-0 for Arizona. And a Hugo Santos 3-run jack makes it a salami spread. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Rangers. And Colorado continues to blast ass. Wallum sacks in Majerus. Linegar doubles in 2. It's 8-3. First and second, one away for the White Sox again here. Dude, the game still looks smooshed as well. I mean, there's so much surgery to do, but I can't do it now. It's too late. First and second, bases loaded. Check that in the top of the 7th for the Cubs. They need runs here very badly. There's a line out for out number 1. Pinch hitter. Lemaster strikes out, grounds out, nothing with the bases loaded. Oh my God. And the scoreless tie is broken. Memphis with a 2-run jack from Paul Ramsey. He did the same thing in game 2, but in the 5th inning. Leadoff runner aboard for the White Sox in the 7th. A steal and a sacrifice? Sack fly allows Perlock to score. We're going to slow it down now here. Oh, Williams hitting into a double play. You're kidding me, bro. Well, that's what it was. Oh, Williams, man. The rally killer. Dude. Bases loaded for Texas with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. An error allowing those bases to get loaded. Oh, yeah. Bases clearing double. That'll be it for this game. Since he's going to go down 3-0. Memphis answers back. The solo bolo from Cody Wynn. Out for that 1 run they gave up in the bottom of the 7th so far. Carvel with a sac fly. Scores Jason Ball. Puts Portland within the salami spread, but got to get the bases online for that to happen. To add insult to injury, Leon Harlan has left the game for Cincinnati after they're getting booped pretty hard here. Survey says he's got a strained back. He'll be fine. Yeah, minimal throwing, he'll be fine. But this game, not that he was going to make much of a difference here. 7-run difference in the 8th. First 2 guys aboard for Colorado. If Portland wants any hope, they need to find a pitcher that can stop the bleeding and stop it now. Top of the 9th, Chicago trails by 3. They have the leadoff runner aboard. They need one more runner to make it interesting. Hugo Santos hits a grand slam. The game is immediately, well, the game is more over than it already was. Burnaby lines out for the Cubs. Rowdy Rivera strikes out swinging. They need one more base runner. Lemaster can't get the job done. Cubs will get shut out by Kenny Musgrave. That is 2-1 lead for Arizona. Texas, the final. They're up 3-0. And Memphis adding insurance. The last thing you want if you're the White Sox. Kobe and doubling in Wolf. It's 4-1. Bottom of the 8th, Colorado. Last chance to add insurance. A wild pitch moves the runner to third with only 1 away. They walk Paul Ramsey. A 2-run jack from Bay Lavelle will put this one pretty much out of reach. And a 3-run jack from Cale Turnell will put this out of reach too. All right, we're going to just speed these games up and get them finished because I don't think there's much of a hope here for either team. If it gets interesting, we'll slow it back down, but it's looking done. Looking pretty done. There's a final. Memphis goes up 2-1. Colorado still batting in the 8th inning. Alright, we're in the 9th now. Trailing by 7 are the Hops. Well, there's a 3-run jack from Carvel. Hold on, Tom Walker has left the game with an injury for Colorado. Take a look at that real quick. Tom Walker. It's kind of like a scrub, but he only pitched 6 innings this year. Well, he ain't pitching any innings next year. That's a 14-month torn UCL. Love to see it in the postseason. Imagine if... It doesn't really matter. Even if Portland had held Colorado scoreless in the 8th, they would have lost by 1 run. There are your finals. Santos, Carvel, and Davidson are your players of the day. Where are you kidding me? Kenny Musgrave didn't get a player of the day nod? Are you fucking serious? Didn't he pitch like 6 immaculate innings? Over Stan Davidson? Who gave up a run and only struck out 2 guys? Carvel, fine, I get it. He had 4 RBIs. 2 walks, but surely Kenny Musgrave pitched a beauty. Yeah. So 6 hits, I guess, 3 Ks. Yeah. I don't know, man. Whatever. Nice. Okay, game 4 is final games of this little stream. We'll see if we can run it back in short order. If not, we'll go again when we can. We'll just keep going tonight. Again. We'll definitely get her done tomorrow. Got one thing sort of in the evening, but that's about it. Hopefully we're done before then. Here comes game 4s. Cincinnati in the danger zone. They are sending Trevor Crawford to the hill, it looks like, with a 9 ERA. Looks like a pretty pedestrian pitcher. Let's see what happens. Can the Reds stay alive? Well, scoring first. Holy shit. Scoring first is a good way to do that. Ezra Peters sacks in Mets. And then Abraham Hill leaves the game with an injury for Arizona. That is their starting pitcher. Front row survey says the Wildcat Abraham Hill. He will be fine. Completely fine. But out of this game, and that puts pressure on the bullpen. They should be pretty much fully breasted back up now, though. So, not a massive concern. Still, you hate to see it, but if this was game 1 and that happened, you would be terrified. I mean, he had to have thrown 1 pitch, right? I'm not sure. Nice warm-up routine, dickhead. Josiah Evans hits a solo shot. Chicago comes out against the bullpen immediately. Tim Wallen, he's having a nice series himself. Lineker doubles in 2 more. The Hops are crumbling. The Hops were up 3-0 in game 2? Game 3? Or I don't know. They had a lead and then they've just absolutely laid down and took it since then. Hansel Mong doubles in Skinner. Tied at 1 apiece. Well, Mitch Carson added as well. 4 runs on 4 hits. David Lima on singles in win. Uh-oh, and an injury to the Hops. Last thing they need right now. Marvin McFarland going down while running the bases. Usually a bad sign. Oblique strain, 2 weeks. So if the Hops can stay alive, he has the potential to come back later in the postseason, but they're not looking great right now. Let's see if they can get back in the series. Bases loaded, nobody out. May help. Carvel with a grand slam. That'll do the trick, baby. And just like that, the game is tied. Everybody rallying around the injured McFarland. And a 2-run jack from Jaguar. 6 unanswered runs for Portland. Holy moly, Spicoli. Just like that, their season looks alive. It's only the 3rd inning, though. Hold your horses. This could get pretty wild pretty quick. Joaquin Gamble doubles in Segura. 2-zip for the Cubbies. Bases jacked for the Reds here in the top of the 6th. How can they screw it up? A strikeout, a pop-up, and a strikeout! Come on, Paul! Yikes. Memphis breaks the tie. Hobart Vaughn singles in. Oh, it wasn't tied. Excuse me. They flipped the lead. They were down 1-0, and they now have a lead. Jason Ball grounds out, scoring Johnson. 3-run lead for Portland. Another single run for the Cubbies. Joey Russell. But answered back by a solo bolo in the bottom. A Canberra, so it remains a 2-run lead. There's a lead for the Reds. They stay alive. Excuse me. Sorry about that. They're officially out of the danger zone. Kobe in with a solo shot. 3-1 Memphis. Good Lord. The White Sox bullpen cannot hold anything. Can't even hold a fucking jug of water at this point. They come into the game and immediately give up runs. Matt Esom, excuse me, with a 2-run shot makes it 5-2. You're taking that 3-run spread for the Cubbies. Texas ties it, and it's Hanselmong. Had a heck of a postseason. Saxon Galvez. Jeff Graff with a solo home run, and they take an 8th-inning lead. And just like that, Cincinnati goes back in the danger zone. Oh my God, bro. And Nathan Carvel, who hit the fucking grand slam, leaves the game with an injury. Oh no. He got hit by a pitch. That could be anything. Literally any injury. Where did he get hit? He's got a bruised elbow. He'll be fine. He's out of this game. As long as they win, that's fine. Bottom of the 7th, White Sox with a guy on 3rd. A double from Jesse Wynn will score him, and he sits in scoring position. The tying run. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, nobody out for Arizona. Tying run at the plate in Castillo. Top of the 9th, Cincinnati down to their final 3 outs. Bases loaded for Arizona. It's Camber who's already got a home run today. Quickly 2 outs for Cincy. You're kidding me. And just like that, the Reds get the blues and go quietly into the night as they are swept by the Texas Rangers and have been eliminated. Top of the 9th, Chicago Cubs threatening to add more. Runners on the corners, nobody down. Arizona, you want any shot, you've got to somehow get out of this. The casserole himself, Casarino, back from injury with a 2-run jack in the top of the 8th. Ooh, they get Gamble to line up. Here's Capilla. He had a pretty good start to the postseason, but he's been quiet ever since. Walks the bases loaded for Esam, who's got a home run today. White Sox have 2 on with 2 out. Tying run sitting on second base for Lawrence McIver, but he grounds out. Bottom of the 9th. Somehow the Cubs do not score with first and third. Nobody out. Arizona down by 3. The tall task, but we've seen worse. There's a runner. Peckham. They need a second one. Elijah Rigel has been non-existent in this series. Oh no. Bottom of the 8th. An inning-ending double play from Guerrero. Rigel strikes out swinging. Here's Prescott Britton, but quickly 2 strikes. That'll be it. Chicago will sneak their own game on the road. Take a 3-1. No, that ties it at 2, right? Yeah. That ties it up at 2 apiece. So basically a best of 3. Bottom of the 9th. Leadoff double from Jesse Wynn. Aoki at the plate for the White Sox. And boo-boo, he's done it. He singles in Wynn, and he sits on second base. Now Clement Christmas, the longtime Brewer, he walks. Still nobody out. A double play from Lehman. Well, if he wouldn't do it, Williams would have done it. Williams 0 for 3. Winning run, sits on third base. No can do. We've got extra innings. Oh my God. I called that guy Ayogi. It's actually Ayagi. My bad. I'm going to hear about this from AJ for sure. 1 out, 1 on. Runner picked off at first by Memphis. That is not the way to get things done. Bottom of the 9th, Colorado trailing by 5. Looks like we're going to have it all knotted up at 2 apiece in that series too. If the White Sox can walk it off, we have 3 series tied up at 2 apiece. Chin comes into the game to pitch. Castillo grounds out. Uriel Mitchum. Does he have anything left in the tank, man? The once extremely lauded catcher has been pedestrian AF in his later years. No, he's out. Yaros flies out. We go to the 11th. Oh, Colorado does get one. The tying run is on deck. So here comes Ballesteros looking for his 6th save in all 6 Portland wins. It should be a fairly straightforward one, except for he gives up a double to Liam Wallum. And now the tying run's at the plate in Lineker, but he does get out of it. 6 save for the 6 wins for Ballesteros. Nothing for the White Sox in the 11th. We go to the 12th inning. Needless to say, the White Sox absolutely need this game. You cannot go back to Memphis down 3-1. There's no way this team is not going to win one of the next 3 games, 2 of which are at home. You need this game. Nothing for Memphis in their half of the 12th. Clement Christmas to lead off the bottom of the 12th against, I think it's Kingston Chin, my bad. A leadoff walk for Clement Christmas. Dungan into the game for Memphis. Lehman singles. The winning run sits at second base. Williams sacrifices, making a second and third. They walk Castillo intentionally to get him the bat out of his hands. Put the double play in order. It's Uriel! He strikes out! Yaros wins the game! A single, and we have 3 series tied up at 2 apiece. The White Sox come through. They needed that one pretty damn badly. So there it is. Woo. Carvel, Richard Neal, and Logan Jaguar. Players of the day will your players of the day will check out the MVP. of the Texas series. I have a pretty good idea who it's going to be. Pretty sure it's WC Mosher, but see what the game decides. Oh, it might be nap time. Alright. Let's have a look. Should be this. Game 5s. Sure that I've got all of the game times are looking good. Upcoming schedule. Make sure we've got the correct home teams and stuff. We do. Look at that. Gigware? I am not calling that guy Gigware. There's no fucking chance I am calling him that. Ever. It's a French name. It's Jaguar. No way. Are you serious? Do you actually call him Gigware? Yeah. It's French. That's why the G is Je. Je. Anyway. Texas. Wow, never mind. Hugo Santos. Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah, he had a pretty good series as well, too. I figured it would be Mosher. Ratana batted 500. Yeah, other than Game 4, Texas practically raffle-stomped Reds. I'm sure Dierich will have absolutely nothing to say about that. That's it, kids. 2 apiece, best of 3. Home advantage, absolutely massive. The rest of the way. Goodbye, and I'll see you when I see you pretty much for sure later tonight. Or today, or to this afternoon, or in Kiefer's case, I don't even know what time it is in Japan right now. It might be like 8 in the morning or something. Anyway, goodbye.